Another day, another story. Tabby had become a sensation in her village after her first successful adventure. Her bravery and determination had earned her the respect and admiration of everyone around her. Everyone in the kingdom knew of her bravery and resourcefulness. Tabby felt proud of herself and basked in the attention and admiration she received from her community. She received gifts from the king, a medal of honor, and a special place in the town hall where her name was inscribed on a plaque. As much as she enjoyed the attention, Tabby knew deep down that there was still a part of her that yearned for adventure. She loved the thrill of solving puzzles and the satisfaction of finding treasure, and she knew that she couldn't simply rest on her laurels. As she sat in her room, reflecting on her past journey, she overheard a conversation between two guards about a missing artifact that had been taken by the notorious bandit, Redbeard. This artifact was the key to the kingdom's prosperity, and without it, the people were doomed to poverty and famine. Tabby knew that she had to help in any way possible to retrieve this missing artifact. Tabby had heard about Redbeard before. He was the most feared bandit in the kingdom, and no one had ever dared to challenge him. He had a vast army of followers, and his hideout was a well-hidden cave in the dense forest on the outskirts of the kingdom. But Tabby was not one to shy away from a challenge. She knew that this adventure would be dangerous, but she was willing to risk it all to save the kingdom. Tabby spent the next few days preparing for her journey. She packed her backpack with all the necessary supplies, including a map of the area, a compass, a flashlight, and a first aid kit. She also made sure to bring her trusty sword, just in case she encountered any danger along the way. As she set out on her journey, Tabby felt a sense of excitement and anticipation that she hadn't felt in a long time. She was determined to succeed in her mission and bring the stolen artifact back to the king. As Tabby was wandering through the forest, she came across an old man who was sitting by the side of the road. The old man was a wise sage who had traveled the world and had seen many things. Tabby told him about her quest to retrieve the missing artifact and put an end to the bandits' terror in the kingdom. The old sage listened intently to Tabby's story, and then he spoke. "Tabby, you are a brave and courageous girl, but you must remember that every adventure comes with risks. You must be prepared to face whatever challenges come your way." Tabby nodded, understanding the old man's words. She knew that this adventure would be even more dangerous than the last one, but she was determined to see it through. With the old sage's words of wisdom ringing in her ears, she proceeds on her journey. The journey was long and treacherous, but Tabby was undaunted. She climbed rocky cliffs, crossed raging rivers, and fought off vicious creatures. Finally, after days of traveling, Tabby reached the entrance of a dark cave. She could feel her heart pounding in her chest as she approached the entrance, knowing that the bandit could be lurking inside. She carefully drew her sword and stepped into the cave, ready for whatever lay ahead. As she moved deeper into the cave, Tabby felt a sense of unease. The darkness was thick, and she could barely see her hand in front of her face. She heard the sound of dripping water and the occasional rustling in the shadows, making her more vigilant. Suddenly, she heard a noise behind her, and she spun around to face her attacker. A man with a hood over his head and a mask covering his face was standing there, holding a sword. Tabby and the bandit engaged in a fierce battle, each trying to gain the upper hand. It was clear that the bandit was skilled in combat, but Tabby was quick on her feet, using her agility to dodge his attacks. After a long and grueling battle, Tabby managed to land the final blow and defeated the bandit. Breathless and exhausted, Tabby searched the cave and found the stolen artifact. She took it with her and headed back to the kingdom, feeling proud of herself for having overcome all the challenges in her path. Tabby brought back the missing artifact to the kingdom. The people were overjoyed to see her alive and with the stolen artifact. They celebrated her victory and the return of the precious artifact. The king rewarded and bestowed on her a title of honor, Queen of Adventure. She was hailed as a hero once again, and she was celebrated throughout the land. She had proven that with bravery and determination, anything was possible. The kingdom flourished once again, and the people lived in peace and prosperity. Tabby had not only retrieved the missing artifact, but she had also inspired others to be brave and adventurous. Her legacy would live on for generations to come. Despite her successes, Tabby remained humble and always remembered the lessons she had learned along the way. She knew that every adventure was an opportunity to learn something new and to become stronger and more resilient. Years went by, and Tabby grew older. She became a legend, and her legacy lived on, inspiring generations of adventurers who followed in her footsteps. As the years passed, people would often come to visit Tabby, seeking her wisdom and advice. She would tell them stories of her adventures and share the lessons she had learned along the way. She taught them to be brave, to never give up, and to always follow their dreams. Thanks for watching.